Can you imagine living where the government pays you in gold just to lose weight? Or where you're not allowed to check someone else's phone? This is the dark side of Dubai. Located on the Persian Gulf coast, it's a city that's often regarded as a melting pot and international hub with its skyscrapers, ports, and beaches. Its openness and development have been credited for its exponential growth. But the city has its drawbacks that are not often mentioned. For one, many women move to the city to find wealth, or, in most cases, men with wealth. Most of these are young women, dubbed the night butterflies, who came looking for work but are trapped in the nightlife business. The women arrive with visas arranged by agents who would then confiscate their passports before sending them to work. Some have become bolder in a desperate attempt to gain customers, such as chasing after men inside elevators and inviting themselves into a person's hotel room. Oddly, not much is being done by the authorities, and even the local media is under order to not comment on the issue. That's because the business community, both local and expatriates, prefer it that way, as it serves as a way to entertain themselves even if they have to pay higher prices for the women's services. In turn, the women can take advantage of the situation and gain some income. Have you ever found any influencer posting about their rich Dubai lifestyle? It turns out that they may be paying for it with their souls, because instead of being independently wealthy, most of them are being paid to accompany rich men. That's right. It's not just night butterflies who serve rich men in Dubai, but also influencers who want to portray luxurious lifestyles. Some call it high-end call girls, with many being propositioned thousands of dollars in return for their company. Interestingly, transactions are not done on a personal level, but a dedicated agency is tasked to source young girls for the jobs. According to some influencers, social media has become a catalog for rich men to select their next conquest. Some examples usually sound like this. A 19-year-old is approached by a wealthy Dubai millionaire through a direct message, who offers her £20,000 for dinner and drinks. Afterward, she was emailed by an agency from Dubai, offering £50,000 for 5 nights. Another influencer was offered £100,000 and a year-round shopping trip to become a companion to a man in Dubai. They declined the offers, but many struggling influencers have accepted them just to flaunt a fake lifestyle. For some of the women or influencers, the ultimate goal is to get married to their rich Dubai husbands. Unfortunately, it's not the end of their journey. Some of these women marry rich, only to end up homeless after moving there and being dumped by their spouses. Many of these women come from the UK and frequently flaunt their spending sprees in Dubai on TikTok and Instagram after marrying wealthy husbands. Yet, they realized that their lives come with a darker side. Those women end up looking for protection as they've been taken advantage by their partners. Some discovered that their husbands had already had as many as 3 other wives before her. Their husbands also keep everything documented under their name, so the women are left without belongings in the end. When the husbands decide to cut them off, they're left stranded on the street without any legal rights to any of the assets she supposedly acquired. A top lawyer in Dubai is now warning women of the dangers of following rich men to the UAE and highlights the importance of being financially secure and legally knowledgeable before deciding to marry abroad. Being a woman in Dubai can be challenging because they're being held to a certain standard. For example, girls are subjected to virginity testing. That's because in the UAE, there's a belief that a woman must keep her virginity intact until her wedding night. So before they get married, usually they undergo virginity assessments. many have protested this dangerous and derogatory practice, tying a woman's worth and honor to their virginity. Fortunately, the UAE Ministry of Health and Prevention issued a circular in 2016 that banned virginity testing in all public and private hospitals across the country, including Dubai. The ban was meant to promote human rights and protect women's physical and psychological well-being. Dubai is a land of opportunity, but it also has its share of unique rules that you won't see anywhere else in the world. For example, you're not allowed to have a dirty car in Dubai because it can disfigure the city's image and public health. Failure to keep your car clean will result in it being towed away and a 3,000 dirham fine. But that's not all. You also can't casually wash your car in your yard or hire someone to do it for you. You have to take your car to the proper facilities, such as petrol stations or shopping malls, to get it done. Another law that will get lots of people in trouble is that you shouldn't swear in public, on WhatsApp, or any social media, as it degrades the honor and modesty of a person. You're not allowed to show PDA or dance in public. Dubai is a relatively conservative city, so most couples are expected to keep their displays of affection private. Dancing is also something you shouldn't do in public, or you'll have to pay a hefty fine. Instead, you should keep it within the vicinity of dance clubs or somewhere private. Another very unique rule in Dubai is no shouting or arguing in public. A case example of this rule is an American woman who was detained in Dubai after she was arrested for shouting in public when she argued with her car rental company. She was brought to the police station and was told that her action was illegal under offensive behavior, which could cost her 2 years in prison, a fine, and deportation. She was released on bail, and after paying US $1,300, she was finally able to go back to her country. The woman was recommended by authorities not to return soon, to which she responded by saying that she would never come back. Dubai is also very protective of a person's privacy. For example, you're not allowed to check someone else's phone. An example of this is when a foreign woman was accused of breaching her husband's privacy by transferring photos from his phone to hers, resulting in a 150,000 dirham fine and deportation. Please be mindful that all of these laws apply to both citizens and foreign visitors, so you won't risk being deported when you come to the city. Imagine being given gold for losing weight and getting healthier. Wouldn't you want your government to make that policy? Just like any other developed nation, Dubai suffers from rising obesity rates due to fast food and lack of exercise. The government decided to solve this issue in a novel way. To encourage healthy living, the government offered a gram of gold for each kilogram lost. It was first introduced in the month of Ramadan in 2013 because the fasting season is considered a perfect start for Dubai's health journey. Furthermore, the government offers a draw to win a gold coin worth US $4,500 for 3 participants who would lose the most weight. The same initiative was created in the summer of 2014 for children aged 2 to 14. With every kilogram the children lose, they will gain 2 grams of gold. Experts have protested this initiative, which could push the children too hard and give them health concerns. As of now, the program is no longer available. In a land where everybody is beautiful, it's only logical for most people to want to stay on top of their game too. Losing weight isn't the only thing Dubai is obsessed with. The city is also fast becoming the plastic surgery capital of the Arab world, as it's become the norm for most of its residents. Some of the most popular procedures for women are lip fillers, liposuction, microneedling, and Botox for women. On the other hand, the most popular procedure for men is rhinoplasty or nose reconstruction. Previously, plastic surgery was deemed taboo, but as standard of beauty changes and the rapid growth of social media, more people are becoming open to discussing beauty enhancement in public. It's said that social media is one of the most influential factors in Dubai's plastic surgery boom, with many people bringing their pictures with numerous filters and editing apps as references. Nowadays, people don't want to become their favorite celebrities like they used to, but rather a better version of themselves. At least that's an improvement in itself, right? Dubai is always over the top, and the people's choice of pet is no exception. One particular obsession in Dubai's rich and famous is to have the most exotic pets. Once a young lioness was spotted in Dubai street and taken to a zoo from being abandoned by its owner. These endangered animals are seen as inviolable status symbols for Gulf playboys. Their choice of exotic species range from lions, tigers, leopards, cheetahs, and panthers. Sadly, it's only a matter of months before the owners get bored with their exotic pets and abandon them. Sometimes they'll donate the animals to the zoo, and other times they'll abandon them on the streets just like the young lioness. Although it was finally deemed illegal in 2017, underground market still exists both online and offline. Recently, pictures of exotic animals being sprawled across social media by influencers highlights the issue even further. Dubai is known for its high-rise towers and state-of-the-art developments, but all that glitz and glamour came with a darker side: the poor treatment of migrant workers who built those buildings in the first place. Unlike the luxurious apartment or office buildings they're working on, the laborers are living in shanty towns hidden from public view. The average salary is merely just US $150 per month, barely enough to make ends meet. They often work 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, often with unpaid overtime. Most of these workers came to Dubai from overseas to look for better opportunities. But once they arrived, they were presented with poor working conditions, low wages, and hefty debt from headhunting agencies. The sponsorship visa system that locks the workers to their employees traps them into unfair contracts. Isolated and alienated, the workers also suffer from mental health challenges. They're also forbidden to work for other parties, so their only hope is to finish their time and go back to their country. It's a startling view to see the rich and powerful living on the pains of migrant workers. Migrant day laborers aren't the only ones feeling stuck in Dubai. Dubai's known for being the land of lavish lifestyle. That's why it's easy for people to get stuck in the luxury social circle to keep up with everyone around them. Many patriots become enamored with Dubai's lifestyle and accrue debts while they're working there. Unfortunately, many are now detained in Dubai due to being unable to repay their debts because of unpayable debt. A Canadian woman, Karen, is currently stuck in Dubai and homeless after a taste of the luxurious Dubai life. She moved to Dubai with her husband when he was offered a job in a senior position. To keep up appearances, they took out huge sums of debt and lived a privileged life. Unfortunately, her husband fell sick and they were unable to repay all their debts. He's now detained in jail while she's homeless and living in her car, waiting for her husband to be released. Many are facing the same issues because they fail to understand Dubai's tricky no bankruptcy law. All debts have to be paid, and failure to do so is an unlawful offense. Due to the sheer number of Dubai's stranded expatriates, one of the human rights advocates created Detained in Dubai. It's an organization that focuses on helping people to be released and informing others of the dangers of accruing debts in Dubai. The skyline of Dubai may seem impressive from afar, but a closer look and you'll be surprised to learn that the city is mostly a wasteland. About 40% of the buildings are vacant and abandoned due to overdevelopment. One example of this is the Meydan City, a $30 billion project that remains empty to this day. It was supposed to be the crowning glory of the Middle East, complete with splendid residential towers, a racetrack, a vast ski resort, a water park, and more. Unfortunately, the pandemic hit and the company filed for bankruptcy, leaving them US $4 billion in debt with an unfinished, empty city. It's said that oversupply has made the government put a halt on Dubai developments. Their overly optimistic projections on Dubai's population growth were also to blame, along with the government's previous relaxed regulation on development loans. Property prices are now down about 30% from the last 5 years. And if developers refuse to learn their lessons, it's only a matter of time before the city is filled with even more abandoned buildings. Being in the middle of the desert has made Dubai exceptionally hot, with records showing the hottest temperature in the region being 43 degrees Celsius. But due to high humidity, Dubai's temperature feels like 62 degrees Celsius, a perilous figure that can cause heat strokes to its residents. Many are now coping by staying inside, as stepping out can be a life-threatening and fatal experience for humans. It's so hot that the city decided to create the world's first air-conditioned city. The Mall of the World will consist of a multi-level retail street network that connects people to all amenities, such as medical zones, cultural districts, and other hospitality alternatives. It will include 100 hotels and serviced apartments, serving as a hub for over 2 million people living in the region. However, it seems that overdevelopment has pushed the project to a halt, and as of 2024, the project is yet to start. That means Dubai residents will have to stick to home air conditioning for now to deal with the sweltering heat. Another issue Dubai has due to being in the middle of the desert is its water scarcity. Its growing population and limited fresh water have pushed it to create innovative technology to provide for its residents. Their hot, dry, and arid environment made Dubai and UAE as a whole have one of the highest water consumption rates per capita for drinking, gardening, landscaping, and agricultural activities. One of its main methods for water treatment is seawater desalination. This technique can be dangerous for the environment as it increases the salinity of the sea. It could disrupt marine life and water levels. So, desalination is not very sustainable. The UAE have created several initiatives to decrease water consumption and build smart farms. But another source of water is still needed. Authorities have discussed possibilities of transporting ice from Antarctica, but it was deemed as unrealistic. Hopefully, the government can solve the issue before their options run out. Couple more unique but more positive things about Dubai. Flying taxis. Dubai has plans to launch flying taxis as a part of its transportation system, with trials already underway. These autonomous aerial vehicles aim to reduce traffic congestion and provide a futuristic mode of transport for residents and tourists. Gold ATM machines. In Dubai, you can find ATM machines that dispense gold bars and coins instead of cash. This unique service allows users to invest in gold on the go and is a reflection of the city's luxury lifestyle. Artificial rain. Dubai has a cloud seeding program designed to combat the city's extreme heat and enhance rainfall. This practice involves dispersing substances into the atmosphere to encourage rain, creating a unique weather phenomenon in the desert when needed. Camel racing. Camel racing is a popular sport in Dubai. And the camels are often rode by robotic jockeys instead of humans. These high-tech robots are remote-controlled and can be equipped with cameras, allowing owners to watch the race from afar. Although Dubai's glittering skyline offers a tantalizing image of opulence, a closer look reveals a city with stark contrasts. Beneath its surface, Dubai has a dark side that goes unseen by the world outside.